When we talk about villains in the world of comics and movies, there are many names that pop up. Who is the best? Who is the strongest? And most importantly, who would win in a fight? Well, two names always tend to be at the top of any list: Darkseid or Godzilla. Both have been responsible for the destruction of multiple universes, multiverses even. But which one takes the cake? Which one is truly the best villain ever? Welcome back, Nerd Squad. I'm your host, and today we will find out once and for all who reigns supreme in the battle between Darkseid and Godzilla. But before we get started, let me know who you think would win in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another episode. In the world of DC Comics, there exists perhaps no greater evil than Darkseid, ruler of Apocalypse, the god of evil. Darkseid has proven time and time again just how powerful he is. He is also possibly the most influential villain in all of DC, having shaped the future of multiple characters and even realities. That's because Darkseid is capable of some truly terrifying things. But what makes Darkseid such a great villain? Well, his motivations are simple. He seeks only the power to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. In fact, he desires nothing more than total control over all of creation. It's this drive that pushes him to take action. And when Darkseid sets his eyes on something, he usually gets it. And it all starts with the anti-life equation. This equation is essentially a means to control any living being in the universe. Once Darkseid fully understands the anti-life equation, no one can escape his grasp. If they breathe, if they have thoughts, then they can be controlled by the great Lord Darkseid. The potential for such a weapon is truly terrifying, especially when wielded by an immortal being with godlike power. It's this pursuit of the anti-life equation that led Darkseid to conquer the planet Apocalypse. He became its god and ruler, reshaping it in his image. In fact, under Darkseid's rule, the planet was transformed into a hellish hellscape filled with fire and brimstone. From there, he amassed an army that would become known as the These creatures were created from the humans Darkseid enslaved on Earth. Using dark magic, he turned them into grotesque parodies of their former selves. Then he set his sights on conquering the entire universe, including the source of all creation, the Source Wall. His goal was to reach the new gods and steal their power. Instead, he encountered the hero, Orion. Their battle was long and hard fought, but ultimately ended with Darkseid claiming victory. He brought Orion back to Apocalypse and used him to further his plans. This was a huge step forward for Darkseid and set him on the path to becoming the most ruthless villain in all of DC. Now, as far as his powers go, well, they're pretty much limitless. Darkseid possesses superhuman strength, durability, stamina, speed and reflexes. He is virtually indestructible and has even survived being ripped apart at the atomic level. He is also a master strategist and combatant, capable of holding his own against some of the most powerful beings in the universe. He is also a master manipulator and has been known to turn even the most noble of heroes to the dark side. Plus, as a new god, he has access to a variety of godly abilities, including telekinesis, telepathy, matter manipulation, and energy manipulation. He can even manipulate reality itself, bending it to his will. So where does Darkseid rank among the greatest villains of all time? Well, that's tough to say. There are a lot of great villains out there, but I'd say that Darkseid is definitely in the top 10. And honestly, he might even be #1 on my list. He's got everything you need in a great villain: power, intelligence, charisma, and an unwavering determination to achieve his goals. Darkseid isn't just a villain, he's a force of nature, and that's why he's one of the best. Godzilla may not be the villain in most of his films, but that doesn't mean he isn't capable of being one. In fact, in some of the Godzilla movies, he is portrayed as a force of nature, an unstoppable monster that wreaks havoc on anything in its path. In these films, Godzilla isn't necessarily a villain, but rather a neutral force that can be either good or bad, depending on the situation. For example, in Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla is portrayed as a protector of Earth, defending it from the threat of King Kong and the Hollow Earth. In this film, Godzilla is shown to be a powerful and noble creature that can be revered as a hero. However, in other films, Godzilla is shown to be a destructive force that can bring about mass destruction and devastation. In Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla is portrayed as a powerful and dangerous monster that must be stopped in order to prevent him from destroying the world. One of the reasons why Godzilla is such a compelling character is that he is both feared and respected by humans. People are terrified of his immense power and destructive capabilities, but they also admire his strength and resilience. This duality makes him a complex character, and it allows him to be portrayed in different ways in different films. For example, in some films, Godzilla is a monster that must be defeated, while in others, he is a hero that must be revered. It really all depends on the story that the filmmakers want to tell. However, even when Godzilla isn't portrayed as a villain, he is still a formidable opponent. In Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, Godzilla is the main protagonist of the film, but even he is shown to be a dangerous and powerful monster that must be stopped when he goes on a rampage in Tokyo. So even when Godzilla isn't a villain, he is still a force to be reckoned with. As for his powers, they are truly awe-inspiring. Godzilla's most famous ability is his atomic breath, a powerful energy blast that he can shoot from his mouth. This attack is devastating and has the power to destroy entire cities. Godzilla also has immense strength and durability, capable of withstanding powerful attacks and fighting off even the most powerful of opponents. In addition to his physical powers, Godzilla also has a variety of other abilities, including the ability to camouflage himself, the ability to regenerate from injuries, and even the ability to control the minds of his enemies. These abilities make him a truly formidable opponent, and it's no wonder that he is one of the most popular monsters in movie history. So where does Godzilla rank among the greatest villains of all time? Well, that's tough to say. There are a lot of great villains out there, but I'd say that Godzilla is definitely in the top 10. And honestly, he might even be no. one on my list. He's got everything you need in a great villain: power, intelligence, charisma, and an unwavering determination to achieve his goals. Plus, he's got a great design and a cool name. And let's face it, who doesn't love a good monster movie? Now, if you're still not convinced that Godzilla is the ultimate villain, then you're probably Team Darkseid. That's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. But I hope I was able to at least make you think twice about how you feel about Godzilla. And now it's time to hear from you. What do you think? Who is the ultimate villain? Darkseid or Godzilla? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, remember, stay nerdy and stay awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Your support helps us continue to grow and produce great content. Subscribe for more updates and check out our other videos. Have a great day.